Hey everybody, it's Wanetah and Jason, and today we are going to show you how you can turn your $200 a month website service into $1,000 a month. Yes, I said it. I did not stutter. I meant what I said. This is something that can only be, as far as we know, can only be done using High Level's website platform. So, with that, take it away, Jay.
Yeah, so the big thing that we've been talking about on our channel a lot is the high level website builder and all the powers that you can do with that by creating sites really quickly, using their templates that they have built in, using all of the functionality that they have to build the pages really quickly, and the ability to duplicate this over to other accounts and sub accounts. And we've even been talking about something called rank and rent, which is where you rent out a site that you have that you own that you're ranking on Google. So you get to page one of Google, hopefully even the top spot. And then now you have all these leads coming into your website, but you don't do the service that the website represents. You don't, for our example, we don't do concrete. We don't have a concrete company. But as we have leads coming in, there are concrete companies in our area that we can then rent that site out to, but we still retain ownership of the website. So that's one way. But really, today, what we wanted to do is expand your mind to the ways that you pitch a website to a potential customer and how you can increase the costs that you're charging to that customer because you're over delivering on the value of that. So, with that, I think there are so many things that we can add to a website. If you want to share the screen, I'll talk you through some of those things too. This is just in general the site that we've been building out for our Katie Concrete example. And right now, it's just a website, right? It just has pages on it, it has a phone number, but there's not a lot to it outside of that as far as generating leads for a potential customer. So let's dive a little bit deeper into a few things that we can add to this website to make it more valuable to a somebody either renting it out or somebody who we're selling this website to on a monthly basis. So, what are some ideas that we've talked about already we needed to add? I know that there's one simple one, something that we can add very easily within 10 seconds to a site to add even more value to it. And what is that?
Are you talking about the chat widget?
I sure am.
Ta-da! The chat widget. The chat widget is great because we can not only get people talking and asking questions but we can track that, right? So we can track them coming in, we get their information. Every website needs a chat widget.
Yep.
One that works.
Exactly. And what that does is as somebody lands on the website, oftentimes if there's not a way for them to contact the company very easily without having to pick up the phone and call them, then a lot of times those people bounce and go to another page where they can chat. I know personally if there is an option to chat with customer service or anything, I prefer to do that versus sit on hold and wait for somebody to answer or just deal with people in general. I'd rather just chat in general. So I'll show you our website here, and then I'm going to show you. And again, this is still a work in progress. We haven't fully finished that case study yet. We're building this out even more. But what you'll notice here is we do have a phone number on it now. But what we don't have is down in the right corner, we don't have the standard chat widget that you would expect to see. Now, I've talked about this on past videos, but I'm going to show you how easy this is to set up and add even more value to a potential customer. So what we're going to do is go back to our builder here. And literally all we have to do, if we've built the website on high level, we just have to go to settings. And then down here is a little box that just says chat widget disabled. We're going to make it enabled, hit save. And then if I go back to our site and refresh it, you'll see, watch down on the bottom right. And
There it is.
boom. So that was so easy to set up. Let me show you how to customize this a little more, though, because you may not want it to say, hi there, have a question, text us here. You might want to have some other picture here or a logo of a company. So all we do is we go back to our editor, and up at the top, we go to chat widget. And then here are all the different ways that you can edit. You can edit what it says when somebody's there. So, hi there, need help with concrete? And then I can edit the
Mhm.
image here, and we'll just do a picture of, let's see if I can find one of me real quick. Let's use this headshot. It's probably going to be a little wonky because it's a long one, but good enough there. So you see you replace the image there. And then also what it has is if somebody is returning to the website, you can see it says, "Hi, welcome back, name. How can we help you today?" So it knows if somebody's filled out a form and then maybe a week later they come back to the site, it knows that they're back again. And it's going to address them by name because they've already filled out a form. And it's going to just let them know that it knows who they are. Another,
Nice.
yeah. So that already, Juanita, is adding some value, but that's not like mind blowing, right? A lot of websites have a chat widget, a lot of them don't. So that's an opportunity to increase a little bit of value. But there are
Mhm.
some ways to add even more value to this chat component. We've talked a little bit about it in the past. This is like going from 200 to 250 bucks a month, maybe. And now we're going to
That's what I put. I put
Okay,
250.
perfect. So now we're gonna see if we can take this thing up to like $300 or $400 a month. So what if, Juanita, instead of just having a way for somebody to chat on the website and then the business owner has to follow up with those people, what if you could actually have live chat or even AI to respond to those chat messages so that you could, the business owner could just only respond to the people that still needed help after all of that back and forth was done. And the business owner didn't have to hire a new staff member to monitor this chat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So down here, and this is a newer feature, so it's a work in progress here, but it is coming. You can see it's SMS or email chat, which is the standard thing that we normally have. Fill out your name, your email, I'm sorry, your phone number, and your message, and hit send. But you can also do this live chat. Now, right now, if we just leave it like this is going to be your standard live chat. So the business owner is going to have somebody monitoring this chat 24/7. But in a moment, I'll show you some places that you can go into high level to turn on some AI chat. And then we'll talk about a company that we're using right now that plugs into high level that you can do a ton of different bots and all kinds of other cool stuff to add even more value. But just in general, I just wanted to show you where this was to turn this on and off here. So regular
Okay.
chat, live chat.
Okay, so we have live chat going. What else? What can we do?
Yeah. So chat is one big component, right? But we also need to add more value to this potential customer to increase the amount that they're going to spend with us. And one of the ways that we can do that is something we've talked about many times in the past, and that is helping a business owner get more reviews. Now, some of these aren't going to be exactly website specific, but they are going to be add-ons that you put around that website offering so that you're not only giving them a website, but you're also basically increasing all the lead flow that they get and the way that they make sales.
Right. So basically, you just went from a website person, right, to managing to leads, getting them leads, converting those leads. You're running their marketing for them.
Right. And that is the way that we approach this is the website is the foot in the door. And a lot of these things are going to tie into the website, but it's not just website related, but it's a way that you can start having a dialogue with a business owner without saying that you have a software. You're basically offering services around the website that you can automate, but the business owner doesn't have to know that you're just pressing a few buttons and then it's running for them because that lowers the value in their mind, right? Your system is operating this whole thing and you're going to set up the system for them. Leads come into the website. After leads are happy, then they're going to ask to leave a review, which is where we are now. So I'm going to show you where the review side of this is. Okay, so if you want to share the screen, we're over here on reputation. And what's cool about this is not only can you automate the request of getting reviews, but you can also use AI to automatically respond to those reviews. So all this is built into the system. And let's just show you where that is. So assume someone has a sale that they've made. Maybe it's this concrete company and they've closed the sale. And now you can either have this be automated, which I'll show you where that part is, or if you just want to manually send a request, I'm just going to find the contact here. And then all you have to do is hit create contact, send review request, or the person is already in there. And it's going to send out a request for them to leave a review. Now, as that goes out, if you refresh here, you'll see how many invites have gone out, and you can track how many reviews have come back in and how many times that person has responded. If somebody did leave the review, then you can go in and I'll show you where to do the response to that in a moment.
So, Jason, is this something that you have to do monthly? If you're charging them monthly for the reviews, is this something how hard is this on the agent's part?
So for you, you can manually do this, or I'm going to show you a way to automate this whole process where you don't have to ever touch it again, unless they say, hey, for some reason, this person wasn't in our system, or they have a database of old leads that they want to get reviews from. That would be a more manual process, at least uploading the stuff. But I'm going to show you how to automate this in a moment.
Awesome. Basically, you are no longer a website service, right? Because these days, like when someone's expecting a website, they just want real estate online and they want their pictures and hopefully their videos. Not enough people use videos, but they want their pictures and words and things on a website, right? But this you can get in as the website person, but compared to any other website service, you're just going to blow them away because you're just fully equipped to become a lead generating service for them and also just to manage their leads. And we're going to get them all the way through the funnel until you actually book the appointment for them. And as we're going to see, you can just use AI to do that as well. And all of these things that you're going to offer someone, if you were to do them manually, it would be more than a full-time job. But with a click of a few buttons and some doggles, what's it called? Dongles? What's it called? What's
No,
it called? The when you slide it over?
toggle, yeah.
With just like toggling something over, then you have a whole monthly service of recurring revenue just coming your way, and you're still working for that business, but you're not really doing any work. So
Yeah.
this is pretty amazing stuff.
That's the beauty of high level is the amount of automation that you can set up that is not just you're not just faking somebody out, like saying you're doing something and you're not. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is automation and tools, it's still mind-blowing to a business owner. We just showed somebody, we'll talk about social media in a little bit, but we showed somebody our social media planner. I'm not like blown away by it just because I use it all the time, but they were like, wow, this can actually schedule my posts. Like you don't realize how much value you're providing to someone that isn't super techy and your software can deliver this for them. So
Right.
here we are in the reputation management again. You can see I sent that one request out. So it's going to just gamify this and show you how many times you've sent out requests. It'll show you the responses that you've gotten, who you sent it out to, all of that, which is cool. But also, I told you there are some AI components here. So if you see this little icon here, for settings, if you go in here, you can now respond to these things, either have suggestive AI response. So somebody leaves your review like Katie Concrete did an amazing job on my house. You can have suggestive where it will give you a suggestion of how you should respond, which saves some time already. Or you can do auto response, which is built into AI, and you can have it pull in AI responses and automatically reply to those people with ChatGPT, which is really cool. So you can pick which platform you want to do it on, Google or Facebook. And I believe they're working on some other ones as well. And then if you hit save, it will start doing the responses for you right there. So super easy.
So can you do that on both Google and
You
Facebook?
can. Now, just to be transparent, Facebook reviews have been littered with spam. So I almost recommend having a business owner turn those off. Most people don't go to Facebook to look for the reviews for a local business. They go to Google reviews or Yelp reviews. And just if you look at just about any business, you're going to see all these cryptocurrency and forex exchange like scam sites that are telling you that you should contact Mrs. Susie at some WhatsApp number. So I turn those things off. I typically recommend a business owner turn those off. So I mainly focus on Google for these reviews.
All right.
Cool.
Good to know.
So we've now elevated our website to from just a $200 website. We added the chat widget. Now showed you a little bit about reviews. Let's think of some more things that we can add to stack the value here to make this even more of a powerhouse for someone.
Mm, I would definitely say missed call text back.
Yep. Good question or good response. So
Good
good
answer.
answer. Thank you. Thank you. Good answer. So if we go to business profile over here, I don't think you can see.
Get you a full screen.
There we go. So over here, business profile, if you hit that, And if we scroll down to the bottom once this loads, basically the missed call text back is a powerful tool that anytime someone calls the tracking number that we've set up for a business, if the business owner doesn't answer, then this automatically will go out. It says, "Hi, this is," in this case, Trendify. The other one would be, "Hi, this is Katie Concrete. I saw that we missed your call. How can I help?" Now, this can be changed and edited to whatever you want it to say. But what this does in a nutshell, Anita, is, and you know this, but it automatically replies to anybody that is a missed call. So business owners get a ton of spam calls, sales calls, all kinds of stuff that they don't necessarily want to take time out of their day to respond to. So number one, this eliminates that, right? They don't have to answer their phone as much because it could be somebody trying to sell them something or whatever, taking them away from a job, especially somebody like a concrete company or a tree service or something like that, where they're literally oftentimes a small company, a couple people in a van driving around doing jobs. So they don't have time to answer the phone all day. So this
Right.
eliminates that side of it. But number two, if it is somebody that wants some concrete service or wants a tree cut down or whatever, then they're going to respond to that message saying, "Yes, I need help pouring a concrete slab in my backyard." And that business owner can now use your tool, use your system to see that message, respond to them as soon as they're done with the job. But they've captured that information because that person called and they got an instant response from the business. So they don't have to wonder if what was a lead, what was a sales call. I'm not going to sit and call these missed calls back from my phone. I now
Mhm.
have 6 messages from people that look like legitimate leads. So that's who I'm going to focus my time on.
And it's in the palm of their hands. It's in their phones, and you're just texting back and forth, so it couldn't be easier.
Right.
And you can get really specific with these messages because they're custom messages. If you know that you're a handyman and you don't get finished until 5, you can always say, "Hey, can I call you back after 5?"
Yep.
And you can get an instant yes, and then it's back and forth from there. Or you can schedule your calls or whatever you want to put in the message. You can just get really specific to really customize it around your schedule.
Yep. I need a quick sip from my high level mug. This whole channel
Oh,
and show is,
wait,
oh, there we
hold
go.
on.
This whole channel and show is brought to you by High Level. So make sure you check them out at ghlfree.com. That will give you a free 30-day trial to everything that we're covering today. And it gives you access to the full top tier plan that they have, and that at any point you can downgrade if you want to. But we highly recommend it. It will bring you to a page that looks something like this. Eventually, they're going to add our pictures on here. I'm going to reach back out to them and see. But that is our quick little break. And while I have the mug, let me get a sip. Okay. So the hardest part of missed call text back is literally just checking this little checkbox and turning it on.
Oh, that was
I
hard.
know.
Are you
Yeah.
okay?
So hard.
Do you need a
I'm
break?
good. I'm good. I think I can handle it. So we turn that on for the business owner, and now anytime someone calls that tracking number, that business is covered. So you can tell a business owner, what if 24/7 our system could monitor your calls? You're out on a job, you're missing calls while you're up on a roof or you're pouring concrete or whatever. What if we could monitor our system would monitor your calls and you'd only have to respond to the people that you knew were legitimate leads. That alone, especially for a roofer, a plumber, somebody who's getting sometimes jobs that are several $1,000s, that alone would be worth 500 to $1,000 a month just for that particular service, right?
For sure.
But now you're incorporating all of that. Plus, I'm going to give you a website that has a little chat widget. Same thing, people respond to you on the chat widget on the website. You're going to know that those are leads. So you're really only going to have to focus on dealing with the people that have questions about doing business with you or current jobs that you already have.
Right.
Right.
And as your website brings in those leads, we're also going to nurture them, right? We're not going to let them go away or get away because what's happening now to your website and talking to the potential client is that you have no idea who is even visiting your website. So this will once we put a chat widget on there, whether you're able to respond to them immediately or not, we're going to be able to at least track who is visiting your website and to calculate the amount of traffic that you're actually getting. But not only that, now with the live chat and with your chat widget, they can have somebody there who is responding, and they're responding through their phone as well, right, Jason, for the chat, for the live chat? It's
Yep.
just like if it was missed call text back,
Yep.
right?
S-
So whether they call you and you're busy and you don't answer, you will have a touch point immediately from anybody who calls, right? And then if they visit your website, you're going to be able to respond to them all from your phone, from the palm of your hand. And a lot of your employees can also respond as well, and you'll be able to see all of that in your conversations tab, whether they are reaching out from social media, whether they're calling you, whether they're visiting your website. And now you can automate the reviews, right? So once you do get those leads and we convert them into customers for you, then we're going to reach out after the time of service and get you a review as well so that you can rank higher on Google.
So we talked about the automation that you can do for reviews, which I'll show you that too, but also this missed call text back thing. So we turn that little knob on and that set it up initially, but we can also have it to where it can notify the business owner that they have a new lead, right? So you can just do these, they call these recipes. So auto missed call text back. So if we pick this one, and you can see we've talked a little bit about workflows in the past, but just as a refresher, a workflow is basically something happens and then a chain of events happens after that. So here is the trigger, which is the start of this sequence. The trigger is incoming missed call, busy, or voicemail. So somebody left a voicemail or somebody called, but the business owner didn't answer. So it's going to assign a user, which could be your business owner. It's going to add a tag, which we'll see what that is. You can pick like missed call or something like that. It will send an SMS to the lead, which is the customer, and you can customize that message to say whatever you want. Sorry, we missed your call. How can we help? So this is like a more advanced version of that simple one that we showed you. And then it's going to send an internal message to the business owner. Says you just missed a call from, here's their name and email. Please get back to them ASAP before the lead gets cold. So they'll know now, not only will they have a way to track that on their phone, but they're also going to get text messages all day from your system letting them know that it's working, right? Letting them know that they have a new lead and they know the name and phone number of that person that called.
Nice.
Now, really quickly, I promised you the auto review one, so I'll just show you that workflow as well.
So for that missed call text back for the workflow, is it, are you saying that it can be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm on a job. Can I call you back after 5?" And they say yes, and then you can create the workflow that after they say yes, you say, "Great. Can you tell me a little bit about what needs to be done or the job?"
Yeah, so that would
Can
be a
you do
little
that?
more in the AI side. So we'll talk about that in a
Okay.
little bit. But yes, you could do something to that effect. Now you could have like
All
one
right.
response that was if it was just like the same exact thing every time, you could do that. But
Yeah.
if you wanted more of a little bit more of a back and forth, then that would be bringing AI into the mix, which is cool because High Level has it built in, and another software we've been using is doing really well with this.
Yeah, and that would be pretty easy to do if it was for missed call text back. If you say, "Hey, I'm busy. Can I call you at this time?" and it gets a yes, then that can be the trigger only for yeses, right? To say, "Great, tell me a little bit about what needs to be done or the job." And they do that, and then you send one more trigger or you don't that says, "Great, I'll call you after 5." So that's easy
Yeah,
and fantastic.
exactly.
All right, show us the way.
Awesome. So this is another recipe. It says send review request, and we're just going to select that so I can just show you a little bit about what it does. And I encourage you, once you get a trial of High Level, or if you're already in there, to go through and start playing around with some of these workflows and just see what they do and see how they're set up, see how they're structured, see what the triggers are and what happens after they're triggered. It'll just give you a better understanding of all the possibilities that you can do with workflows, which will really start opening your mind to all the different ways you can automate some stuff.
That's awesome. I want to play with it.
Yeah. So, and you don't have to stick to all that's built into this recipe. Like, say you don't want these triggers, you can set new triggers and still have the bottom half do whatever it says it's going to do. But we can say that, so it says trigger appointment is marked as showed. So, this would be something like if you're a chiropractor and somebody comes into the office, gets their neck cracked, and then you mark that they showed up for their appointment. So your front staff is trained to do that. They mark that. Then it will go through this thing. It says send a review request via SMS, wait 60 minutes, and then send a review request via email. So as soon as their appointment is done, you can set a little delay. And as soon as, because it doesn't take long to do a chiropractic treatment. So maybe 15 minutes later, it sends them a text message asking them how their experience was and to leave you a review. Same thing here, like opportunity marked as one. That's more like in the campaigns and also the different stages of the pipeline. If you're moving people through a pipeline and maybe they've now converted from a lead to a sale, then your team would trigger that and then this review request would go out. But it could also be based on a tag. So maybe somebody makes a payment on books or something, and then you can have an automation set up where a tag is added saying closed or customer or whatever, and then that would trigger this workflow as well. So there's a million ways that you could start this chain of events to make sure that this thing goes out. But the great thing is once this is set up once, it's done. You don't have to do this over and over again, and the reviews will just start going up and up.
And that's what makes this amazing because you're offering so much and you think, oh, well, I don't want to do all that work, Juanita. I just want to be someone's web person. But really, you're still someone's web person and you just click on a few buttons and you're maximizing your monthly income recurring for doing really not, I don't want to say nothing, but come on, y'all.
Right.
You're not really doing much.
Yeah. So that's what's great about the automation is you just if you call it your system is going to do
Hmm.
this or your instead of just a software, right, your system or your team or whatever, if you have a couple people working for you, our system is going to make sure that all of your leads that you've closed a sale with are going to get a review request sent to their email and to their text message so that you can get more reviews. And that's just one thing on top of the website we've already built for you. So you can see how this is like stacking. So I think we've already got something that we could sell to the right business owner for $1,000 a month, but let's stack the value even more.
Yeah, because here's the thing too, like with the you're gonna really knock out every other web person in the dust, right? Like if I think that in the future, the norm for a web person will be to offer all of these things. Because here we are, let's say we just got our foot in the door with web design, right? And then we're gonna offer them missed call text back or offer them this comes with a chat widget, your Google chat, your reviews. You're doing so much for them that they're going to be like, I need this done. Hey, can you do that? Because you're already doing so much for them. So if you're already doing something for them, like such as even if you just start with a website, right? They're going to, and you offer to do something else for them. Why would they look to someone else? Everybody wants a one stop shop. Everybody wants to just deal with one person they already know who's already doing a good job for them. So you really just have such a leg up with this. But we're still not to 1,000, so let's keep going.
Awesome. So we've talked about reviews, we talked about
Missed call
Misspelled
text
text back, we
back,
talked about chat widget.
live
Yep,
chat,
live chat widget.
widget.
So another cool thing that you can do with your system and starting with the website is helping a business owner collect money, right? Anytime you can be that point of sale for someone
Noise.
to let them receive money through your system, you are going to be something that they don't want to get rid of because you're the portal that allows them to receive money, right? So if you walked into
Help people get paid.
exactly.
Let's put it nice and simple. I'm going to help you get paid easier and faster.
Yeah. If we walked into a restaurant and we said, we're going to rip out all of your POS systems, all of your systems where you swipe credit cards to collect payments, they would say, absolutely not. We'll pay whatever we need to, whoops, whatever we need to keep this thing going because that's how we collect our money. We don't want to sit here and try to take cash all day or have people write checks, right? So what's unique about this is business is like a restaurant or a spa or something. They're used to having a station where they swipe credit cards. But a lot of local businesses, and we use the example of roofers, plumbers, concrete, tree services, a lot of those people that are out in the field don't have a big machine they're walking around collecting payments. Typically, it's sometimes cash, sometimes it's like Venmo and things like that. They don't necessarily have something, or they have like the little card reader that they have to attach to their phone and get paid that way. So we can set up a payment processing thing right inside of our dashboard here. If we go into payments, I'll just show you a little bit of how we do that. So over in payments, and you can do all kinds of stuff in here. We're not going to go through every different one here, but you can send invoices. So that is the traditional way that a lot of companies like that would get paid. So they'd create an invoice, they'd send it out to the customer via like a QuickBooks or something. And then that customer would pay the invoice, hopefully, and then that money would go into the business owner. But here, right inside your system, they can eliminate the QuickBooks side for payments if they wanted to, and just collect payments with invoices right in here. You can also do payment links, which this says new, so I don't even know what this is. Let's explore
Yeah.
here. So we can create a payment link. Let's see what this is.
Okay. We've done this before. Is this new?
Yes.
This is where you send someone a link and then they can click on it and then pay
No,
it,
so
right?
this is new in the sense of what I used to have to do and what I taught everyone is you had to set up a product, you had to go in and set up a landing page for them to know what the product is. It took like a few minutes to do. It was really cool, but this is like
Yeah.
let me just find a product here and set this up. So Katie Concrete
Okay.
Rental. Let's just say that's the price. Has a $2,500 setup fee, then $97 per month, whatever. Let's just say that's what it is. We can say what we want the pay button to do. Oh, you can even do donations here. Cool. And then we can turn our branding on for our software if we want. So if other people see that, they might want to use your software too. So you can turn that on and off if you want. But then if I hit save and preview, oops, let's see what that preview looks like. This is like a game changer. I didn't realize this is out.
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the update for this, but this is something where anywhere that they're out in the field, they can have somebody like quickly pay for the service right there. Boom.
So without having like a landing page, is
Exactly.
this what
This
this
creates like a
is?
quick landing page where you don't have to go and set the landing page up, set up, pull in the cart and attach the product, all that stuff. This is awesome. I didn't even know.
Does this require a website or is this something that someone can do without a website?
So no, they don't need a website or anything. It does
Wow.
use their business URL up there. So they probably have like a white labeled URL if you don't connect your own branding to it. But looks like you don't have to set anything up beyond that.
So this goes without saying, but a lot of these extra services that you can offer that we're telling you to offer with your website are standalone businesses in themselves. You could literally just sell Miss Call Text Back. You could literally just sell these payment links, especially to someone who doesn't have a website. But of course, we are catering this to the website person's offer, right? But just so you know, like reviews, anything that we're mentioning to power your business, to make you more empowered as something more than just the website person. All of these are just individual businesses on their own. That if you find a service that you love and you can offer it to a lot of different people, you can just make great money from that alone.
Yep. And what's great about this is you can I think it eliminates the need to build additional pages on the site for people to check out. Like if you have 3 standard
Yeah.
packages that like it's $500 for a tree removal and $2,000 for something else, you can have the 3 or 4 different packages here, and you just have quick links that you send out to people without having to set up the whole landing page, which is really cool. And
Yeah.
if you need something outside of that, we've also talked in past calls about the tap to pay, which is directly on the phone. I don't have my phone near me, but you, there's a whole video we've done where it shows you that you can literally provide a business owner with the ability to go out and punch in, all right, this customer owes me $500.
Mhm.
Bam, they hold their phone out, the customer taps their credit card to it, and the payment is processed. So it eliminates like Square readers and all that stuff that
Mhm.
they used to have to take payments. Or like the example we used in the past was the farmer's market. Somebody's buying
Mhm.
4 tomatoes and it's $6 or whatever. Tap it in and hand it out. So
What's really cool about this too is that like you no longer need a discount code or something like that. Like if you just come across somebody and you're like you're doing a job and you're the tree cutter and you cut down a limb and then they're like, "Hey," or you cut down a tree and then they're like, "Hey, this limb really bothers me." Well, that's going to be an extra 200 bucks, right? You can just add that on or they could pay additionally. Or if you're cutting a buddy a deal on something on one of your offers. It's a friends and family discount and it's happening in the moment. You no longer have to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but like I have got to go home and create this web page so that you can actually have a discount, or I need to create
Yep.
a discount code." You can just be like, "Hey, here's a link."
Yep.
That's awesome.
Awesome. So this is an exciting find here. This is an exclusive on the channel. So hopefully you
Yeah.
guys go and explore that. I had no idea, but this is also something like if you're trying to sell your software to people would always ask, how do I collect payments? There are ways to do this, but and typically it's required either using the standard ones that are already set up in the SaaS planner there. But you could also set up a landing page and set up a custom product for $97 a month or whatever you wanted to do. Here, if you're making a special deal for somebody, you could go in and create a quick payment link for 127 a month or 147 or whatever you want to do, and you'd have a payment that you could collect straight from those people. So pretty cool.
So, question on this payment link
Yeah.
before we move on is the link can always stay the same, but you can just change the amount. Is the amount just open? It's like an open ended thing. Like, here's my link. You owe me $50, Jason. Here's my link. Sally, you owe me 175.
So
And it's that simple for the.
So it looks like this. Let's see if it lets you add one. This looks like it's just the fixed products you already have. But let's just see if we can. Yeah. So this you would have to
Okay.
still have the packages in here. For something else, you would probably either need to do an invoice or you would do the tap to pay if you were out in the field, or you could just go in and set up a new product for that specific thing.
Yeah, tap to pay is pretty awesome for
Yeah.
that. But I'm just thinking to improve this thing even more, just having a miscellaneous link where you can input in the moment, however, whatever amount they owe you. That would be really helpful.
Yeah, awesome. So let's add a few more things. I have probably 3 or 4 ideas that you can stack this. I already think we're over $1,000 that you could charge for a website with all this stuff, especially if it's your system, not
Mm.
just your software, right? So we've talked a lot about the website and all the things around that, but how are we getting people to the website, right? And what happens when we get people on the website? So one thing is that a lot of business owners are paying for additional tools to or additional companies to run their social media for them. We can now have the website, but we can also bring traffic to that website with our social planner. So I know just alone, we've seen companies that charge $200 a month just for this, right? Two, three, $400.
Mhm.
So this is an easy value add on top of this, where you could schedule out all their posts for an entire year if you wanted to add that service, and it would probably take you maybe 30 minutes to an hour to schedule that out. And now that's an additional $200 or $300 a month you could add on to that website package, just saying all your social media is done for the entire year. And if you need to add anything else to what's going out, like you have a special promo or something, either let me know or you can go right into the tool, right into our system, and you can schedule it yourself. And then they just go through, click through here, add their social profiles, and they can schedule whatever they want. Additionally, emails, right? So a lot of companies need to send out promos, specials, reactivation emails, like it's a boxing gym or something, and they want to get people in for the new year. They might send a promo out, and they have to use some other third party tool like a Mailchimp or something like that. We can have all of that built in here. So we not only have the social planner, but we also have emails that people can send out through your system. So you really have the entire space of all these little microservices that these companies are spending. If they added it all up, you do an audit of what are you spending on a monthly basis for all your little tools like Mailchimp or Hootsuite or one of those things. You add all those things up, typically you'll find a business is spending a couple $1,000s on all these microservices, right? That you can now put
Mhm.
inside of your system for $1,000 a month, 997 a month. It's going to take care of all of that for you.
Yeah, and that's a really nice way to sell it if they don't get it, which most people will just get it. Like that you can do all of these things. But it's going to be more of like educating them on what these things are versus like selling them on them wanting it, right? But the nice thing is that if you because we've done this before, we've done this for our business for sure, especially when we first started working with High Level and understanding everything that it could do, which I'm sure we don't even know everything that it can do, right? Because it does so much. But when we showed a client, a real estate client, we just had her like just honestly list out everything that you're using right now. Because Jason, especially, he just knows about every single software. So it's very easy for him to say, okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. We can do that. Right. And just once they have that list and the numbers are in front of them, and it's just so much to keep up with afterwards. Right. Like, imagine this. Here's a big thing. You lose your credit card and you are paying for all of this stuff on your credit card, right? You lose your card, now you get a new one, you get a new number. What do you have to do then? You have to call every single company or go online and change your information to every single account. And that sucks. So you could bring that up too, because everybody's had an experience like that. But that's the beauty of having a one stop shop. And that's the truth. Like, if high level can do it, and I'm already doing all this for you, and you know me, you like me, now you trust me, I'm doing a great job for you. Why not just let me do this for you? And then I can give you a great deal and just bundle it all together.
Yep.
And guess what? That makes you irreplaceable.
Yep.
Because if they don't like the social media planner and don't feel like they need it, but they love that this call text back, guess who's sticking around? You are. So it's a great thing.
Yeah, I think it's such a great all-in-one type of tool. And what's great about them too is oftentimes you'll find companies that do a lot of different things and they stink at doing all of them. But High Level has
Mm,
been really smart about how they structure their programmers. So they have a whole team of people that focus on just the social component and a whole team of people that focus just on the website builder. They have teams that are just focused on their individual products as if it was the only thing that company did, but then it goes all under the umbrella. And then for you, you can then resell it to your customers, but you have this
mm.
massive team of programmers that are their whole job is to make that thing better and better every day, which is just incredible for one low monthly fee that you have to pay. We've talked to a lot of other companies that allow you to add more customers, but as you do, there's an incremental cost. Even if it's 20 bucks, 50 bucks a month for each new person, it's still something. And then your goal is upsell that, right? Charge even more than that. But with High Level, you can have unlimited customers for the max would be 497 a month, which is just crazy. It's one of the best things I've ever seen out there to start a business for next to nothing.
Yeah,
So
that's why we're here.
so let's start winding this thing up. I want to show you one of our favorite tools we've used in the past and now currently today, and that is so we've talked a little bit. Social media is awesome, and every business should be doing it, but sometimes it isn't a big like massive driver of business, right? It's a nice to have, and occasionally we'll bring in some leads unless somebody's like making it their purpose to be on social media. But what we can do is boost that up even more by actually running paid ads for a business. And you may not be an expert in that. You may not, or if you are or have been in running ads on Facebook, how challenging that can be. So we've been working for a while with a company called UpX, which we're doing a training on, a training with very soon. There'll be a link down below to that. But we've white labeled their business, which they just allow you to, within 3 clicks, have a Facebook ad or a Google ad launched for any type of business that you want. But you can see on our screen here, I'll show you, we have this easy ads button. Now, that's what we've decided to call our ad platform. When you click on that, I don't think this account is connected, but you'll see that we can, let's get to the screen. You can run Facebook ads, Google ads, and it's just literally like connecting those two accounts, and then you can start running them within usually 30 to 45 seconds. But I'll show you their site just to be clear. There'll be a link down below directly to UpX as well. But it's just an incredible tool because they have similar pricing to High Level in that you can scale up as you go, which is really cool. And they have a 14-day free trial, so it just makes it super easy to get started and see if it's for you. But you can manage 1 to 3 clients with this for 97 bucks. As you get more clients, it's 297 from 4 to 10. And then what's cool is unlimited clients for 497. So you can we did this a lot for real estate agents and investors where they we'd set up pre-planned ads, right? And we knew this ad was going to work. And then they would just log into our system within three
Mhm.
clicks. They launch their own Facebook ad under their own account using our system. And they're like, wow, that was so easy. And now they have leads coming in. They're paying for those ads, but the setup process, which is this thing that stops a lot of people, was what was preventing most people from running ads. So this kind of eliminates all of that.
Yeah, for sure. And but you as an agency, I definitely recommend that you just offer to run ads for them because you're going to get paid a lot more money. Just make it a part of your services because if they see how easy it is using UpX, then they'll be like, "Oh no, I got this." You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I definitely recommend do not push the software on them, right? Push the service because you're already doing all this other stuff for them
Yeah.
because they should know. Like, if they've ever run an ad, like Jason said, they'll be like, man, that was really complicated. I'm not quite sure if I did it right. It's a job within itself to really understand if you're doing it correctly. And with this, it's like literally a first grader could do it.
Yeah.
It's so awesome.
And that just makes such a great point is starting with the service, starting with the system, and then you have somewhere to go. If the business owner comes to you and says, you know what, we love what you're doing. We just are facing a tough time right now. We had an unexpected expense or something, and we need to cut your services out. You can say, well, you know what? I do have one other option for you. If you wanted to do some of this stuff yourself and keep your system going, we could downgrade you to a do it yourself type of model. It's still pretty easy, but it's only 397 a month versus $1,000 a month. Just you have somewhere to go versus starting low. You could say we either do it for you or you can do it all yourself for a much lower fee. And at least that will save some of those people from totally eliminating you from their business.
Yes. So sell the services first. And if they ever come into hard times and they have to leave, then sell them to the tools.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So I think that package alone, just what we've talked about, we talked about the website, we talked about the chat widget. I am going to talk to you about AI in a moment, which kind of is going to be the cherry on top. But we talked about the website, we talked about the chat widget, we talked about reviews, we talked about what else?
Missed call
Oh,
text
text
back.
back.
We talked about social media planner. We talked about the payment links that we just learned about and tap to pay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the social
Did
media
you talk
planner,
about
and then running the paid ads for them through your
yep,
system.
for UpX.
So that
Mhm.
all combined is well worth $1,000 a month or more, all
For
surrounding
sure.
with your foot in the door of the website, right? You're not necessarily selling a website for $1,000, but you're selling all the things that the website can do to bring in business and all the ancillary services that your system can do around the website, all for $1,000 a month or more, which is this whole total package, right? The total lead generation and closing system that you have built in,
Mm,
and the way to collect payments for all of it. So
right.
I'm going to show you really quickly the AI component because that we're going to do a whole dedicated video on. But I'm going to show you a little bit about what's built into high level right now. So if you go into your settings over here on the left side, you'll see something that says conversational AI, and that will bring you to set up your chatbot that you have built in here.
It actually says conversation
Conversation
AI,
AI.
but it looks like conversational because of
Yeah,
the
yeah, good
AI.
point. Good catch. So conversation AI, thank you, is here, and you can see you can either have it turned off, you can have it suggestive. So we've already seen this with the reviews, or you can have autopilot, which is still in beta, but basically it just means that it's going to just respond to people with the AI already. Now you can see the channels that it supports. So that's text messages, Instagram, Facebook, Google Business Profile, live chat, chat widget, which is on the live chat.
Why is live chat and then chat widget
Oh, good
then?
point. So live chat and then the chat widget, which is the standard type of chat. And you pick the company name here. So we'll do Trendify. You can see here there's a 2 cent per response, which is your cost. You can on the 497 per month plan with high level, you can mark this up. So maybe you're charged 2 cents per message, but you want to charge your client 4 cents per message, which is still not crazy. Then you could be making a little bit of spread on every message that they send out through the chatbot. Or if somebody's going just crazy with this, you can do it for 490 $49 per month. And that would be unlimited. And you can mark that up as well to like 79 or 99 or whatever. So that's that. And the conversation AI built into high level is pretty good. I would say it's still in the early stages, which is the way that high level likes to launch a lot of things is they call it the skateboard method. So they get you a skateboard and eventually they turn it into this powerful, awesome vehicle that can get you all the way across the world, but starts with something simple that works, but isn't maybe the final version of it. So, in the interim, or maybe for ever, we don't know. We've been using a company called Closebot, and I'll bring you to their site. But Closebot is cool because Closebot allows you to set up multiple chatbots and have them do different tasks. And so I have one task that maybe is responsible, if I use a real estate example, one that is handling buyers, one that's handling sellers, one that's handling investors, and they all have their own jobs and they know what they're going to do. And then I have a general, like, conversational assistant that just answers general questions about everything. So maybe I have 4 or 5 different bots that all do different things, and they have separate tasks. A buyer's agent bot might be getting a lot of details about what property they're looking for, what areas, if they're pre-qualified, all that stuff. A motivated seller bot might be looking for why do they want to sell their house, what they're looking to get out of it, how much they want, all those different things. So that's giving you a preview of what those things mean.
It's like having a specialist for a bunch of different employees that are all specialists in their field, in their department.
Right. Very good point. So I love what we've done already with Closebot. There'll be a link down below for them as well. And they work directly with High Level as far as integration. So all the bots that you create will plug right into your high level dashboard and for all of your clients too. And the creator of closebot.ai is super accessible and has helped me out with a few different things that I wasn't clear about. So check them out down below too. And again, we're going to do a whole AI video deep dive into Closebot and what we're doing with it in the future. But just wanted to give you a preview here. But to wrap this part up, adding AI components to all of this, I think is going to be a massive game changer. Where if somebody can, maybe they're right now they're paying for 5 or 6 different admin that maybe are in other countries like the Philippines or other areas, all great people, but maybe they don't need to be the front line of defense to answer questions if an AI can do that. And those people can then be moved over to other more important roles of making the sales or giving somebody a better customer experience after the sale or whatever it is, because this AI can now replace a lot of those starter qualifying questions back and forth, right? But if somebody doesn't
Yeah,
have that, then this can step in and literally take a lot of work off the plate of the business owner. And for 500 bucks a month, 1,000 bucks a month to have this virtual AI assistant bot that can talk to a million people at the same time is well worth 1,000 bucks a month just by itself.
for sure. So you're not like it's not like we're getting rid of employees. We are delegating tasks in a very specific way so that those prize employees can do better things with their time.
Yep. So I think we've more than covered something that can you can charge 1,000 bucks a month for. Let us know down below if you are already offering some of these. If you're new, if you're not really, you've been testing a few different things out, but you haven't really found some success. Try using the websites as your front foot in the door strategy, but then stacking all these other things on as part of your system. Go to ghlfree.com. That will bring you to this site, which will give you a free 30-day trial to High Level. And then at any point, if you want to downgrade, you can, but you probably won't want to because the top tier plan has so many awesome features in it as far as allowing you to rebill for the AI and the text messages and emails and all that other cool stuff, plus a bunch of other cool tools that are built into that. But overall, regardless of what plan you choose, High Level is awesome and it's something that we highly recommend. We stand behind. I've looked at, as Wanetah said, I know just about every software that is out there on the planet. I haven't found one that is
You really
I haven't found one that is better at the things that High Level does than High Level. So if I do, I promise you this channel will change and we'll be talking about something that's better. But I truly believe that this is the best tool out there right now for you to help not only launch your SaaS, but help business owners get more leads and close more sales. So go to ghlfree.com and check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you are just starting out, but you are a fantastic web person and you're looking to switch over to high level, we do have a video that Jason and I did pretty recently, right? And that can be linked at the end of this video. But all you need to do is just add one thing at a time. And it's really easy to learn. Go back and watch any of these videos. Jason has done a tutorial for all of these separate services, and he'll be doing more and more when it comes to these bots, because this really is what we're so excited about, because this is just going to be the biggest game changer for small businesses, for everyone really, and for agencies, because you really can begin to add more services without adding so much more work. And high level, that's what's so powerful about it, is that you can use this software and you can use this system, and you're not selling software, or you're not selling more work to these business owners. You are selling solutions that behind the scenes are very easy for you to execute. So just take it one step at a time. When you're learning high level, know that you can offer a wonderful website with the chat, which is something very powerful. We have so many templates. It's very easy, user friendly. So you can get that up and running if you're an experienced web designer. This is going to be a piece of cake for you. And then with your time, just continue to stack your skills using high level and offer that one by one. And that relationship will just deepen and grow, and you will literally be irreplaceable. So,
Absolutely.
guys, we just want to thank you for watching and continuing to comment and let us know so much valuable feedback about what you really need to learn, what video we can send you that we've already made, or what to do next. Please continue to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And we're just happy to be helpful.
Yep. Thank you guys so much, and we'll talk to you on the next video.
Bye, guys.